from 133 to 141. It's now Cal Miller for Maryland. He's up against Jordan Hamdan, a redshirt senior for Michigan State.
And this should be a fun one, Ryan.
Two ranked wrestlers here. 141. Sweeping away there is Hamdan.
And Hamdan got the better of Miller last year, a 2-1 decision win when these two teams met.
Miller, one of the toughest classes, Aaron, in the toughest conference for wrestling collegiately. 141 in the Big Ten is not an easy place to be, and Cal Miller's seen that recently, losing each of his last 4 dual meets, but he's wrestled top 3 wrestlers, both against Ohio State and Penn State during that streak.
Yeah, and you mentioned also Minnesota top 25, Vance Von Bar falling to him a 2-1 decision. He's been in some low-scoring matches recently, and Coach Clemson said he's just wrestling a little tight right now, and he wants him to loose up and not necessarily wrestling just not to lose and everything to be perfect. So he's just got to loosen up a little bit.
Patiently waiting to find a spot to take a shot at Hamdan here. They're still looking for it. Not taking it the same aggressive approach we saw Brown do at 133.
We'll see if that works to his advantage. Again, both wrestlers coming off losses to ranked opponents.
Halfway through our first period, still no points on the board between Jordan Hamdan and Cal Miller at 141. Hamdan, as we said, already wrestling from behind. Our score 11-0 in favor of Maryland. See Hamdan get out of that one right there. With the sprawl against Miller. Goes for the single leg again on the sweep, though. Good defense from Miller.
And we mentioned it, Miller has struggled a lot against ranked opponents this season, 3-9 and no wins against top 20 wrestlers.
Miller tries to get out of it. See both wrestlers going defensively. Hamdan went for the sweeping single there too. Final 30 seconds of the first period.
Fingers, got fingers. Got warning on red, warning on red.
Warning for stalling on Jordan Hamdan. Can anyone up the tempo here? Any kind of point over our first period. Miller trying to find his way through. We've seen Hamdan take a couple more shots.
Looking to get on the attack, but was called for the stalling warning. And I think right now, if you're the Terps, at least for Miller, it has to give him a little bit of a boost knowing his team's up 11-0 and not trying to put as much pressure on himself, knowing team-wise they're in a great position right now.
Hamdan will choose the down position. Begin our second period. I'll look for a quick escape point. The 0-0 bout. Miller gets the flip over. Good defense from Hamdan. It's going to be 2 points
reversal
for Jordan Hamdan, our first
Greens in control, Greens
on the
control.
reversal.
1, 2.
Outside of the cylinder goes Hamdan. Top of Cal Miller.
No, out of bounds. We're good. Here we go. No change. Right down. Clean up.
And finally, we'll bring it back into the center circle.
Okay, set. Don't move. Green, cover and hold. Here we go.
And Ryan, it's so quiet in here. You can hear a pin drop. We heard assistant associate head coach for State, Chris Williams, talking with one of the referees.
Hamdan working on the right leg of Miller, trying to kick that out from under him. Miller's looking to get back up. Still working on it. On the back head grab is Jordan Hamdan. Miller is trying to will his way up over him. Final minute of this second period.
Keep wrestling here, gentlemen. Keep working.
He'll work his way out, and Hamdan's going to put him into back position. But Miller up first. See the hand fighting there from Kael. Trying to break that grip.
Miller's trying to tripod, I think, but just unable to do so. Strong job by Hamdan here. Getting that big riding time, over a minute now.
Stop, I got a stalling on green. Just riding him on top.
And they'll call
No
stalling.
change. Warning on green. No change. Let us down, green is up.
You hear right there, the warning was already issued, but it's going to be Kael Miller
Here we go.
who starts from the bottom position once more.
Okay, set, cover green. Here we go.
See if Miller can get a big escape point here.
Trying to go quick with the hands and hand fighting that out, but Hamdan gets him down first on the mat return. That is how the second period will end. A little more action than we saw in the first period, Aaron, but those 2 minutes right there, it was certainly controlled by the redshirt senior, Jordan Hamdan.
It certainly was, and we'll get another look here. It's Brown looking for the takedown, but instead it's Hamdan with a big 3 points.
See the reversal right there.
Or 2 points, excuse me, with the reversal.
I got a stall on each.
Need to go. Third period, still anyone's game. Maryland trying to build off its 11-0 advantage right now after a Michigan State forfeit at 125 and a fall for Braxton Brown at 133. Miller on the underhook. It's handed off of him.
Fingers, got it, fingers.
Miller sweeping out away. Defense there on Hamdan. Again, it's Miller going for the left leg on the sweep. Working for reversal again. It's going to be a takedown coming instead for Hamdan.
Hamdan really using his experience, a redshirt senior, to take down the sophomore in Miller.
How about the defense there? You mentioned the veteran Hamdan. I'm sure pulls those legs back, gets the hips out of the way, and puts Miller in position to take down and get commanding now 5-0 advantage with less than a minute to go.
And Miller certainly expending a lot of energy working from bottom for most of this match.
Get up, Hamdan. Leg sweep, and it is an escape point for Kael Miller. Good position here, Aaron, for Miller to at least keep this in decision territory.
And he's got to make something
those
happen.
3 points versus the 4.
Got to make something happen if he wants to nab a win.
Miller. Here the Spartan coaching staff wanting Hamdan to be aggressive with the advantage. It's for the leg shot, defended by Miller. Tried one more at the buzzer, can't get it to go though. Still, it's Jordan Hamdan picking up the first points of the day for Michigan State. 5-1, he wins it by decision, and that makes it for 157. Steps the redshirt senior. It's Michael North, who's been a fixture here for Maryland. He'll be going up against Chase Saldate. Saldate, the number 21 ranked wrestler in this class. And again, a really tough weight class if you are a Big Ten wrestler.
And Saldate coming off a big fall win at Indiana.
First lifting takedown comes from Saldate. Working on the escape. The back. They want a reversal.
Not yet.
The whole bench going crazy for Michael North.
Reversal.
Give me 2 points for reversal. A challenge block comes from Michigan State. Maryland throws one on as well.
Okay.
Challenge blocks on both sides here.
We're going to talk about it. You had it earlier.
North and Saldate. And we'll listen in to hear what they're talking about. They're going to say 4 near fall points
No
for Ethan Miller.
Referee conference. have
Michael North,
decided that
still
there
thinking about
was
Ethan Miller after that
40
big
and
tech
4
fall.
for red. You get it back. You get your challenge back. You get your challenge back.
So adding that with the reversal, Aaron, for Michael North, he's going to be up 6-3 on Saldate.
And we'll take another look. Michael North coming off a great wrestled match against Minnesota and off to a bang here. You can see, looking to get those back points. He got 4 of them, and the crowd and his teammates getting into it.
This 157 is so contested. They will keep the score as it is, it sounds like. So still 6-3 in favor of North, who, as you mentioned, Blockus lost to by decision at Tech Vol to Levy Haynes when Penn State came here, the top wrestler at 159 in the country. But it's just consistently, week in and week out. Yeah, it's been 5 consecutive ranked opponents for Michael North.
Yeah, it's not getting any easier, but today, facing number 21 Saldate, off to a great start. 2 guys who are experienced inside the cylinder, both seniors.
Block adjustment right here. On the hold up left, it'll be Saldate starting on bottom.
Yep.
And North on top. And Aaron, we're only 53 seconds into this one too. The scoring coming back and forth. You see both wrestlers coming out with energy and some aggression.
Yeah, and the Terps, you just look at overall, Ryan, already 16 points on the board. We haven't even reached the midway point yet.
And,
Maryland's record in terms of school record for points in the Big Ten duel, 29.
The first
It might be a little early to talk about that with a couple of ranked wrestlers coming up for state, but Maryland could not have asked for a better start.
to address that situation.
Yeah, and you remember what happened in that 29-15 win against Northwestern? It was Michael North who electrified this Xfinity Center Pavilion a couple weeks ago, getting a pin there against an upset over Trevor Chumley. Chumley at the time was the 13th ranked wrestler,
red.
and
Okay.
North the 32nd ranked.
Okay, red cover and hold.
Really electrified that, and then as we said, we've kind of seen him go quiet against some really tough competition. This one back over. North, left leg up, going to try and use the right to get Saldate's
2,
out.
3, 4.
North working for a double.
Still down. Hands up.
Referee's good for nothing. It'll be Saldate to start again on bottom.
Didn't start. Okay, line time should be good. Green is set, red cover, and hold. Here we go.
Saldate, and fighting for that escape point and gets it.
Center.
North. On the right hand of Saldate. He's in the underhook position. Escapes out. Both will reset. Middle cylinder. North threatens low. Goes for the single on the right leg. Moves him back. Has him for a second. Here's North again. Saldate, he's pinning the right arm behind him. Flipped over to avoid it is Saldate.
Watch that arm, watch that arm. Keep that legal there.
Saldate on the inside now. North trying to get the left leg free. It's going to be 3 points awarded for Chase Saldate.
Still green here.
Comes on the near fall. 7-3 in favor of Saldate. They get 7-all with the escape from Michael North.
On Super Bowl Sunday, we're seeing a lot of points here, a touchdown each.
Keep the hands out of the face. Keep it legal.
Opening 3 minutes, not even through. North. I think who's willing to go low first. Both grabbing at the collar. And that's how our first period will end. So as you mentioned, a highly contested back and forth scoring in our opening 3 minutes. And it's North kind of getting after a near fall that comes from Saldate. North comes back with the escape point.
And it's interesting because Michael North is not somebody who's known to go out and create opportunities for himself. And Coach Clemson said he really needs to stay within himself. And again, remember who he is as a wrestler. But he has created a lot of opportunities here. 7-7 after only 3 minutes.
Taking a look at Saldate's headgear right now. Head coach Roger Chandler in that circle.
As you can see, fixing the right ear guard. Looks like it's all good to go.
Here we go. Okay, yeah, watch the false start on green. Now watch time.
Ryan, this is a fun one here at 157. 7-7, wow.
It's that aggression too that's bringing it North. Get it? So flip over there. Now Saldate in a good position. North. Back on top as Saldate tries to break the grip. North trying to will the knee over. Saldate. With the flip in the hand fight now. Hands are free. Trying to be more aggressive. We'll see if he can get the flip. Sweep there from North, trying to break the legs from under.
Keep wrestling here on the edge, gentlemen.
Standing position now, Saldate.
Big
Big escape point with over a minute in riding time now.
Got warning on
Favor of
red,
Michael
warning
North.
on red.
Stall warning goes against North as we reset.
Yeah, competitive wrestling here in the second period. The scoring has slowed down as expected, and that's something to watch for. A stalling call, a stalling warning issued on North.
Set. Over red.
Big here. North starting up top, trying to add to that riding time.
I just talked about pushing the pace too with North. That's something we're seeing here against the Spartans. Saldate tries for the sweep. Instead, it's North. Finds the return. Saldate near the perimeter again.
Saldate building that base, staying inside the cylinder.
No, we went out.
And that'll get called out.
2 feet out for each wrestler. They found themselves on the outsides a lot in this bout today.
Yeah, not much wrestling on the block M, as that's, of course, where they'll start out here in the referee's position.
14 more seconds in the second period. North nearing 2 minutes of riding time. On it over and getting that flip slowly for Saldate. And maybe if he just had a little bit more time. But Chase Saldate the benefit of the whistle right now, and North will start off again on top.
Big period here for both wrestlers. 7-7, the riding time in favor of North at 1:56, trying to lock that down. But it will be Saldate on top and a chance for North to get the escape point.
Caution goes against Saldate.
Okay, good. All right, set, cover.
Second reset it. Escape point comes for North, who has that point and the riding time in his favor. Instead, there'll be an escape going for Saldate from there. Back to the top.
You're right, Ryan. It's 8-7.
Oh, I was going to say the scoreboard threw me off for a second. It is 8-7 in favor of Michael North. As North goes for the single leg. Reverse there.
Still neutral.
And Saldate is pushing into position. North not giving in. Nothing going. Both sides arguing for a stalemate now. North gets the left leg free, the right one still pinned. North just needs to will it back. Saldate has him up. Final minute in the third period. Anyone's bout at 157. And it's a big 3 points in the near fall for Chase Saldate. 10-8 in favor of Michigan State at 157.
North has the riding time just about locked down. Maybe 2 seconds separating the riding time from the clock.
Saldate trying to reverse the riding time right now. Being on top over North. Flipped over there from North. You can see trying everything to keep the knees up. And gets the escape point. 10-9.
That's huge. The riding time now locked down.
Clemson saying, bring this to overtime. 13 seconds to go. And North not looking like the aggressor. As I mentioned, the riding time is there, and we are now heading to overtime at 157.
Well, it was a great match, a great bout in that first period. It's lived up to the hype. Somebody's going to come off with a sudden victory.
So we have 2 minutes now to begin our first overtime period. If nothing after that, Aaron, it's going to be a 30-second period followed by another 30-second period. And if somehow we're still tied, we'll add a minute in additional overtime. But for now, sudden victory and 2 minutes here.
1 point wins it. And this is huge for the team score as well. Michigan State trying to get back into this match.
The first overtime in College Park this season. Michael North, Chase Saldate. North goes for it first. Left leg, can't get just go. And a double trying to pin it back for a near fall is North. It's the call, and on the back is there. Bringing it down is North. Saldate gets out of it. Now North in a dangerous position. Double leg shot, challenge block thrown by Clemson. It's 3 points on the double leg attack for Chase Saldate. There's the replay.
And we'll get another look here as Clemson throws the challenge block. North wrestling from bottom, fighting hard. He was looking for a couple of points instead. As of now, it was awarded to Saldate.
You said the takedown, it makes it 13-10 in favor of Saldate.
To the Michigan State
3 points
takedown.
don't matter if it's any points in favor of Michigan State. The Spartans will claim this one at 157. Clemson challenging that double leg takedown that comes from Saldate.
And North got off to an early lead in the first period. The scoring stalled a little bit in that second and third periods. Both wrestlers fighting hard again. North is fighting so well right now. Not necessarily a guy who gets into these high-scoring bouts, but wrestling another ranked opponent, 157, a really tough weight to wrestle at, especially here in the Big Ten. He's done such a good job, and today no different. He's just as evenly matched with his top 30 opponent.
Just see here from Saldate, gets the flip over he needed. And then with him in that position, goes for the double leg, grabs them both. Tries to get over with the left leg.
And you want to talk about two guys that won at North and Saldate. They've been around the block. North has been through so much the past couple of seasons, battling injuries and off the mat issues, but he has been so resilient. You want to talk about a mentally tough kid. He is the definition of that.
And we talked to head coach Alex Clemson way at the beginning of the season when it was still North getting situated, getting back into the flow after those injuries. And he was talking about the difference between a tournament and a regular dual meet, as Saldate is going to win this one 13-10 in sudden victory. But Michael North really couldn't unload the tank earlier in the season. Now all of a sudden, every match in and out, it's unloading the tank for Michael North. He's going to drop this one 13-10. Mentioned, this is the bout we're here to see between Smith and Wislet, and we are underway here. Wislet 8-3 all the year in duels. Smith even a little bit better, 7-1 after having the Minnesota meet off. Quick three comes for Jaxon Smith, a takedown for the redshirt sophomore, also a captain for this Maryland team.
And Smith, only one loss in duels this season. That was to, of course, #1 Aaron Brooks against Penn State back in late January here in College Park.
Escape comes from Wislet. Back with the advantage is Smith, and trying to make up for it, as we mentioned, it was the loss to Aaron Brooks the last time we saw Smith on the mat.
Yeah, did not wrestle to Minnesota.
Sweeping takedown, I'll see right there for Smith. Has him on the back. Smith, 4 near fall points. Coming up, and Wislet now, it's going to be Michigan State's turn to extract some of that energy and get up off the mat. 10-1 in favor of Jaxon Smith.
Talk about a start for the redshirt sophomore.
Smith trying to hold that hand down. Whistler's able to get the escape, 10-2.
Ryan, this is huge for Jaxon Smith, not just for him, but for the team, trying to lock down their second dual victory in Big Ten play this season. We mentioned it, they have not had 2 Big Ten dual victories in the season since joining the conference.
Yeah, that was a decade ago now, Aaron. We're not talking about Maryland just getting started, but those are the little stepping stones that the Terps need in terms of getting to that upper echelon of Big Ten wrestling. That's some of the best wrestling in the country.
And probably find themselves back inside the top 30.
Swept around for the takedown for Smith, 13-2 in favor of Maryland. Smith nearing a minute in riding time as well. Everything going Smith's way so far, besides those 2 escapes from Wislet.
It's been all Jaxon Smith so far. I gotta admit, even I'm a little surprised at how much firepower he's come out with, facing a ranked wrestler, but Wislet just the redshirt freshman, Smith a couple seasons under his belt, and the experience certainly showing right now.
The single leg return. Smith almost at 90 seconds of riding time, under 25 seconds to go in the first period.
At 10 seconds.
Smith trying to keep the grip there on Wislet. Holding him right there, and that is how the first period comes to a close. After a tech fall comes from Lane Malcheski. The script gets reversed, Aaron, and it's been all Maryland at 197 over 3 minutes.
Yeah, Smith would love this tech fall and lock up this win for the Terps.
Malcheski starts on top, and it's Smith aggressive to try to get the escape point, and you can't get it much quicker than that, about 3 seconds into the second period.
And Maryland's all but locked this dual meet up. All they need is 3 points to seal the win, and they're well on their way to getting more than 3 here at 197.
Smith working on the tie against Wislet, just trying to stabilize himself. Smith wanted the sweep. Now they'll both start back from a neutral position. As mentioned, it's redshirt sophomore for Smith and a redshirt freshman, Kael Wislet from New Boston, Michigan. He has to go for the sprawl to defend against the sweeping single leg of Smith, who gets a kick takedown right there. And a technical fall comes from Jaxon Smith. Aaron ranked as the number 5 wrestler in the country for a reason. Jaxon Smith puts the hammer down here for Maryland at 197.
He showed why. He laid the boom on Whistler in the